double checking, especially since it's new, if I am going live. And if I'm live, I am working on to where it's in the groups and not just on my page. But I wanted to share why I call it shiitake. For one, I'm a mom and I tried to shift my sailor mouth and attitude from that thought that fear and force and was the way to speak and get my word out and get my voice heard. And what most people don't know is um, I'm an empath, so I feel things through text and even emails, and especially with people. So up until I did the work to change me and to learn how to show up while protecting me and the bubble. Some of the beautiful, strong people that I know and love have an ability that I didn't have up until recently. Okay, Leslie, thank you for jumping on. Um, and because of them, I knew that it's something I could have. However, up until I learned that my empath and my victim side, so my traumas and triggers, my past of not feeling good enough to share my truth and hold my boundaries or even speak my boundaries. I would think, hey D, I would think I was using my words and speaking up and saying it. But sometimes it was either too quiet or I would allow myself to just take it on and take it on and take it on. And that's when I talk about the balloon and take it on. And then whoever, whether it was the person that it was actually started with or sometimes unknowing innocent victims, that balloon would explode or start leaking out onto other people in passive aggressive comments, in judgments, in silly statements that we think aren't true or are true. And it may be true for me, but it may not be true for you. And again, it's okay today. If it's not harming somebody else, it's none of my business. And ultimately, it's none of anybody else's business to tell us how to live. I know we mean the best. I used to, especially when I was in my empathic victimhood, because I had to defend myself or felt I had to defend myself. Today, I don't have to defend who I am. You either love me and like me as who I am, or you don't. It's okay. And I'm learning that the more I love myself, the more I can show up, even in the what at that point I perceived as toxic, because it was toxic to me at that point. Thankfully and gratefully, our beautiful ancestors, angels, and my beliefs show me signs and show me things to learn and grow from because my love for people is that Aries. And I can only hold a grudge for 24 hours for the most part. Um, so, but I needed to learn forgiveness of myself first. Because if I didn't forgive myself for thinking that somebody was good in my eyes before they read that step, or even able to look at my own stuff and speak up. If I don't hold my boundaries with somebody and I don't speak my boundaries with somebody, I can't assume that they know what my thoughts are. That was a big part of our relationship stuff in this household between me, Tam, and Jazz. when we think we know how somebody's react. And because of past issues, we don't feel safe speaking up and speaking our truth to them because we didn't feel safe. Whether whoever was to blame doesn't matter. We hurt each other, bottom line. Because when we come from that space in the empath, victim, and hardcore force and defending, we can't see each other where we're at. So the last 3 years have been a huge journey. Forever thankful for all of the paths along the way. But it's funny because ultimately the journey started 15 and 16 years ago. 15 years ago was a very hard time for me and my entire family. Chosen and otherwise, we were going through a ton of transitions while my moms were building and beginning their dreams. So if you know me, most of the time my life is a lot of purple, red and blue situations, and seeing the devil advocacy and seeing both sides to see what feels right for me. During that time, I had already started my weight loss journey and losing the pounds to start my wellness back. And then we started having a lot of losses in our lives, whether through divorces, separations, deaths in the family, losing people that we loved, and gaining people that we loved. And shifting, it's always about shifting and changing to where we are now and who and what we needed to be with, and the journeys and the steps along the way. So thankfully and gratefully, my parents were starting their dream as part of my family was going through some turmoil and some shifts in our own stuff. And they were some of the worst times for some of us, including why suicide awareness is so close to my heart. Because when we have no space or feel we have no space and nowhere to go and nowhere to turn to, and we've relied on people and outside sources for so long, when in an empath and a victim mode, everything and everyone around me felt like harm and hurt. Lots of growth and love, but we all know the negative sometimes can outweigh the positive. What is it? One negative takes away 5 positives. That's why positivity is so important. And it took 15 years of learning and stumbling and roadblocks along the way to get me to who I am today. 15 years ago, I was a hot ball of mess. And most of the people that talk to me and follow me today wouldn't have even spoke to me on the streets, to be honest. And to be even more honest, I was a supervisor and managing people at the time. How crazy life is. Or attempting to manage it when I couldn't even manage myself. But it's in those moments that teach us those different things, and we don't realize sometimes, hindsight's 2020, until later on, and until we take those pauses. And it's through those pauses, through the gratitude, through the pause and meditation, through yoga, through mirror work, through doing all those things and doing the work and honoring ourselves and knowing that we're worth the work. We're all worth the work. I don't care what you've done in the past up until now. We all can do better. It's a choice. And even if we fluff it along the way, we can still go, hey, you know what? Today was not so freaking hot. Let's do better tomorrow. And on those days that aren't so graceful and there are a bunch of clumsiness and screw ups, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It was in taught that I needed to do it perfect every time and everything had to be perfect. That's where I screwed so much stuff up. Because those fears pop up. Doing the work on me to know who I am and to empower me and my family to be who they are, no matter what other people think. As long as we're showing up with as much love and grace as we can work through it. And I'm thankful for every single person in my life. Again, whether we are in a pause or we are in that working through right now, it doesn't matter. I love you. You've been a piece of my heart and a piece of my, yeah, the words don't come sometimes. A piece of my path. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am today. I accept and love all of it. And we really are all doing the best we can at any given moment. And I love you too, Leslie. Some beautiful friends like Leslie that have taken it and given me that next step. It was Tam taking a chance on me. And thankfully, Leslie showed up for Wellness Wednesday last night, so she got a deeper piece into our souls. We don't do a lot of gifts of material things because if we need it or want it, we talk about it, and if it's in our means, we get it, and if it's not, then it's something we work towards. It's something we had to learn. So we give pieces of our heart because those last and are more priceless than anything. And that's what really matters. It's not the show. Oh, I can give a show. We can all give shows. I've got some hats that I can put on. I can put on some really nice masks and all that. I don't want it anymore unless we're having fun. So the encouraging and empowering, it wasn't from when I started this business. I can own it. I was not encouraging and empowering at all. I thought I had to defend my belief, and I thought I had to defend so many things. And in that, I clumsily probably lost some friendships along the way. And I love those people, and I wish them the best. And I also know if we are true friends and family, they're not lost. They may be on a pause. Pauses are good. Causes less harm. Then we can heal ourselves and show back up with more love and grace. It's not when I had to defend myself and make somebody think my way that the biggest moments of our lives happened. It was in the pause, the love and grace. And then breathing and woosah as needed. So until the next video, I'm really appreciating going live. So I hope you guys are too. Today, for the first time in all the times that I've been streaming, I actually had to choose between 3 different titles and descriptions of all the things I wanted to share. So if you're up for it, join one of our groups, especially because when I get this figured out, it'll be going into our groups and all those different things. We're here. Even if you're in the beginning stages, as long as you're ready to work on it and shift it with us, we are too. Hopefully, the more that join hands and come alongside us, no matter where you're at, if you especially are in our rainbow community and are okay and appreciate and love the rainbow community in all its craziness, don't believe the lies you've heard. Get to know the people in the rainbow community before you believe the lies, because there's some stories about me out there that are way far from the truth. Some of them were so fun, though. To be honest, I retold them. And then told them that it was a lie, but love yourself. Be grateful for where you're at. Figure out what the next step is for you to rise above you yesterday. I love you guys. Enjoy your day. Happy, thoughtful, thankful, thirsty, tasting Thursday. Enjoy your day.